This is John Patrick Hickey. I want to welcome you to the video cast. I think that we live in probably one of the most exciting and opportune times, not only in history, but also we live in the most opportune-prone country in the world. You see, we have this great freedom, and I know there's a battle to take some of this away from you. Believe me, there is a battle, but that's for another occasion. But the fact is, we have this great creative freedom. Right now, we live in an economy that is just soaring. It's doing great. Entrepreneurs are doing great. People who can develop their own business. And when that happens, all of a sudden you realize there are businesses out there that you would have never thought of. Let me give you an example. I was driving the other day, going to pick up my grandkids and take them to school. And on the radio came a commercial. Now, I don't want to sound gross here, but the commercial basically was about people using their cell phones while they were using the bathroom. And that, you know, as the commercial says, in between wipes they're texting. And so what the product was a soap that cleans your cell phone, to clean all of that off. Now, it might sound silly, it might sound gross that there would be such a commercial, but when I thought about it, I realized what a great country. That we have people who would even think of such a thing. You see, it's little ideas like this, something to clean your cell phone, that constantly move us forward, because it's the little discoveries that bring the big discoveries, that make the big things happen. You know, you want to do a great search and something that's very inspiring. Look at all of the inventions that came out of the NASA program, of just putting a man on the moon. Everything from Tang orange drink to Velcro. I mean, it's like thing after thing, all these inventions that came about. Why did they come about? Because we had problems we needed answers to. That we had things that we needed to do, that we needed to have in order to make the big things happen. We are constantly being inspired. How many ideas do you get in the course of the day? Do you even know? Let me suggest you write them down. Every time you get an idea for something, just jot down a note. And then at the end of the day, look at how many of them you have. We're always thinking of ways that we can improve what we already have. How we can do something that we don't have. You know, there's this constant flow of ideas. The problem is most people do nothing with those ideas. They just let them go in one ear and out the other, and we lose them forever. Or you get this idea, you really think it's a great idea, you do nothing with it, and 6 months from now you find it on the store shelf and you think, hey, I thought of this. Well, the difference between you and the person who is making a fortune off the idea is they did something about it, you didn't. So we have to be able to take these ideas and say, what can I make happen? How can these things happen? And don't get into this whole thing, I don't have the money, I don't have the education, I'm too young, I'm too old, all this excuse that you have. Instead, look at it from a realistic point of view. Most inventions were invented by people who had absolutely no idea technically how to do the thing that they invented. They just knew what the product was. They kind of knew the end result and then had to put together those ideas, but they did put them together. And that's where the difference is. If you just let the idea go by, it means nothing. You got to figure out how to put it all together and make it work. We live in a country, we live at a time where ideas, the most fascinating ideas, are constantly around us and constantly have possibilities. You can make your dreams come true. You can change the world. You can discover things that no one else has discovered before. This is where a cure for cancer is going to come from. This is where we're going to find out how to purify water for thousands of people at a time, how to feed the masses. This is where it comes from. It isn't by control, it isn't by regulation, it isn't by stopping doing things. It is by allowing the genius that is inside of the human being to flourish and to grow and to express itself in all of the wonder that it has. Don't limit yourself. Take those ideas and make them work. Let me also encourage you with this, that at all times and in every way, you always do your best. You love God, have good manners, discover the unknown, and change your world. Hi, this is John Patrick Hickey again. I want to thank you for spending this time with me during this video cast. Now, there's a couple things I just want to quickly ask you to do. For one, at the bottom of the screen, you're going to find a little button that says subscribe. I ask that you subscribe to these videos so that each time they come out, they come directly to you. You don't have to search for them, and you can keep up to date with each video cast. The second thing is I want you to contact us. Let us know what it is you'd like to hear about. What, in the process of you achieving your goals, what do you feel that you need to know? And we'll see if we can help. You can do that by contacting us at our website, which is www.johnpatrickhickey.com. That's www.johnpatrickhickey.com. And I hope that you join us again for every video cast.